Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. In today's video, I'm going to show you some new perfumes I have added into my collection. So this is a mini perfume haul. So if you missed my last perfume haul, it was my birthday haul, and I had quite a few fragrances that I added to my collection, and I added a few more. This isn't quite as big of a haul. This is just kind of a mini haul, but I am trying to keep you guys updated on my perfume collection and let you know when new fragrances do come in, and give you my thoughts on them and if I think they're worth the money and all of that good stuff. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie and I love perfume, beauty, makeup. If you are into that kind of content, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. To my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. If you want to see my little mini perfume haul, then just keep on watching. So this is actually a work day for me, you guys. I actually worked all day today and decided to come home and film, which I never do. I usually film on my days off, but I decided to do this quick little haul because I also need to get my May perfume tray up, and I didn't want to do that video until I did this one because I have a couple of perfumes I want to add to my May perfume tray. So I needed to show you guys what I got, and one of these perfumes was a complete and total blind buy. But let's just start off with the perfume I think we all knew I was going to get because I have been talking about it non-stop. I finally bit the bullet. This is by Parfums de Marly, and this is Oriana. I love this perfume so much. I actually got an okay deal on it. So I got this from Fragrance Buy, and it was at a pretty good discount. So I did not pay full price, even though I think I would have, because I was pretty much just lusting after this fragrance and I could not wait to get my hands on it. It was between this one or Love Don't Be Shy Extreme for my birthday, and I picked Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. But then I convinced my husband to buy this for me for Mother's Day. And Mother's Day is a few days away, but I got it early because I convinced him I needed it to film this video. See what I did there? So we have some mandarin orange, we have grapefruit, we have bergamot in the opening of this perfume, and I think that is just such an amazing combination. It's kind of citrusy, but mostly I get the orange. So for me, this is just an orange kind of creamsicle because you've got whipped cream and you've got marshmallow in the base. There's also orange blossom, raspberry, there's black currant in here, so it's definitely got kind of like a fruity touch, but I get, like I said, mostly orange and marshmallow and whipped cream, which I just absolutely love. But it's not a straight up gourmand to my nose. Even though it has whipped cream and marshmallow, it still has a little bit of almost like a clean kind of vibe to it. Not anything, I wouldn't necessarily call it fresh or overly clean. It's just very small and in the background, and I've heard some people describe it as smelling like dryer sheets. And I do get a little bit of that in this fragrance, but I love it. I think it's so cozy. It's just such a cozy fragrance without being too overly heavy. So for me, this is really great for right now, spring, summer. It's like my spring summer gourmand, you know, without it being too gourmand, if that makes sense. The performance of this is moderate. I really do have to overspray in order to get the performance that I want, but I'm okay with that because I'm so in love with how this smells. But I will say, if you're expecting like Delina or Delina Exclusive type of performance, you're going to be disappointed because this is not it. But the performance is moderate and other people do smell you. I've actually had compliments on this fragrance. So I know other people are smelling me and I'm getting those nice little wafts throughout the day. So just moderate sillage, not anything beastly. I personally thought it was worth the money. I would recommend you get a sample and try it for yourself before you buy it though, because it's not for everybody. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on this fragrance, and I think it's something you should try before you buy because it is an expensive fragrance. But the bottle is just so pretty, you guys. This hot pink bottle, and then I really love that little jewel in the top there. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this one. Happy to have this in my collection. Finally, so I can stop telling you guys I'm gonna buy it. I finally did. This next one I had an opportunity to smell when I went out shopping with my husband, and I just recently did a video testing, telling you about perfumes that I had been testing out and what I want to add to my collection. And I did tell you that I wanted to add this one to my collection, but I was going to wait until the fall and the winter to get this fragrance in my collection because it's a fall and winter fragrance. But apparently I lied to you because I couldn't wait. I couldn't get it out of my mind, and that is by Givenchy. This is L'Interdit Rouge. Okay, first of all, this bottle is my favorite. It's my favorite. I love this color, this like dark blood red color. I made my lipstick match and my shirt. I absolutely love this fragrance and I could not get it out of my mind. I think I told you guys this story already, but when I was out shopping with my husband, he asked me what fragrance was my favorite out of all the ones that I sniffed, and I told him it was Tiffany Intense, and he went and got it for me. He surprised me with that fragrance that day. And it really was Tiffany Intense, but it was like a tie between Tiffany Intense and this one. And I kind of like went back and forth in what I was going to tell him, like that one or this one. I wasn't sure. I didn't really know it was that serious though, because I didn't know he was going to go buy me the fragrance. You know what I mean? But in my head, I had those two as my favorite. And so ever since, I haven't been able to stop thinking about this fragrance. I've really wanted it in my collection. And I actually ended up getting a gift card for my birthday a little later on from someone, kind of like a belated birthday gift. And it was a gift card to Sephora. So I ended up getting it. If you are a fan of the original L'Interdit by Givenchy, that fragrance is very much in this fragrance. My nose can pick up the DNA, but this has some added spiciness to it. There's ginger, there's blood orange in the opening, and it makes it really spicy, but then there's pimento leaf, and I think that's somewhere in the mid. And that pimento leaf, it's gotta be what's causing that extra spice, because this is spicy. It's not really overly, like, don't let it scare you. It's spicy, but in the most wearable way. I don't know. I kind of like spicy fragrances, so maybe I'm not the right person to try to tell you that this isn't that spicy, because spicy fragrances seem to be something I really enjoy these days. This does kind of die down a little bit, and then it starts to mellow out, and it's not quite as spicy once it starts to dry down. But the spice does still stay in through the life of the fragrance, and I really enjoy that. I love that the DNA of the original is in here because I'm a huge tuberose fan, so I'm getting tuberose, I'm getting the spiciness, I'm getting the sweet, just delicious, classy, you know, DNA from the original in here. It's just so good. The performance on this is really, really good. I have no issues with this at all. It's pretty strong. I wouldn't call it quite a beast, maybe. It's not maybe at the beast mode level, but it definitely is arm's reach away. People are going to smell you. You don't need to like overspray this one. It will last you throughout your day, and I have absolutely no issues with this at all. Definitely a good sillage and lasting power. So definitely recommend this one if you like spicy, sweet, tuberose fragrances. This next one I actually got from my subscription service through Royalty Scent. I got a decant of Vanilla Ecstasy by MONTALE. So this fragrance actually is an interesting fragrance. This really surprised me. So when I got this in the mail, I opened it up. I'm always so excited to get these and test out a new fragrance. Opened it up, sprayed it, and I thought, oh, they must have sent me the wrong thing. This is FLOWERBOMB. I actually thought that this was FLOWERBOMB, but it's not. It's Vanilla Ecstasy by MONTALE. So I went on Fragrantica and I looked in the This Perfume Reminds Me Of, and sure enough, the first one that popped up was FLOWERBOMB. And I am shocked by that, because if you look at the note composition of Vanilla Ecstasy compared to FLOWERBOMB, they're absolutely nothing alike. So top notes, you have apricot and you have apricot blossom. You have vanilla, ylang ylang, jasmine, benzoin, sandalwood, resins, and mahogany. I had to test them out side by side, so I got one of my many samples of FLOWERBOMB that I seem to have, because I keep going back and forth on whether I actually want to get a bottle of it, because I used to hate it and now I like it. I don't know what I'm doing with that fragrance. But this fragrance, I was just really shocked. I wasn't expecting it to smell like FLOWERBOMB, but like I said, I'm not the only one. So I did test these out side by side. I got my sample of FLOWERBOMB. Wow, that literally smells like FLOWERBOMB. However, when I did test them side by side, I started to notice a tiny bit of a difference. So not much though, not much. The only way you're really going to be able to tell the difference is if you do test them side by side. But I put Vanilla Ecstasy on one hand and I put Flower Bomb on the other, and I just kind of sniffed and compared them for a while, and I came to the conclusion that I actually prefer the OG Flower Bomb, even though this one is really, really good. There's just a tiny bit more of like a synthetic feel to the MONTALE fragrance, which I kind of feel is a little bit, you know, MONTALE. Sometimes they have a little bit of a synthetic feel, or maybe like a metallic kind of note, you know what I mean, that's in the MONTALE fragrances. And for that reason, I won't get a full bottle of this, because I think I have finally decided, because of this, I made the decision, okay, I just need to bite the bullet and get a bottle of Flower Bomb, because there's no denying that I like it. But yeah, this is almost identical. I could not tell the difference until I compared them side to side. This is still a really great fragrance. I really do like it a lot, and I think that the performance is excellent, like most MONTALEs are. I mean, at least the ones I've tried. And I will absolutely use this decant, and once this decant is done, I probably will then go ahead and purchase a full bottle of Flower Bomb finally, and just stop thinking about it and just do it. All right, guys, this last fragrance I just kind of bought on a whim. It was a complete and total blind buy, and I took a chance. I didn't know if I was gonna like it, but I felt like deep down in my heart, in my soul, I was going to love it. And all I wanted to find was a vanilla that was meant for the spring and summer. All of my vanillas that I own are thick, they're dense, they're sweeter, they're more made for like fall and winter, cold weather type of days, and I wanted a vanilla that was for the spring and summer. So when I heard people talk about this and people were describing it as a vanilla for the spring and summer, I just bought it. And that is by XERJOFF, and this is DAMA Bianca. I was really, really nervous when I got this, because I was praying and hoping that I would love it, because I wasn't sure about the top notes. The top notes are kumquat and lime. So I thought, first of all, I don't even know what kumquat smells like what is kumquat? I don't think I've ever like had a kumquat, but I know that it's an interesting word. Like, I like saying kumquat for some reason. And also I was really nervous about the lime note in here, because lime can sometimes come across as very, very sour on my skin. So there's also Italian iris and violet in here, and I was nervous about the violet because sometimes violet and I do not get along. There's jasmine, lilac, and lily of the valley, and then you've got some vanilla and malt, which that's new for me. I don't think I've ever seen malt in a fragrance that I've owned so far. Ambrette, musk, sandalwood, and cedar, which are pretty safe notes for me. So I will tell you that when I first sprayed it, I didn't even put it on paper. I just sprayed it directly onto my skin and smelled it, and I absolutely loved it. I absolutely love this perfume. This is such a successful blind buy for me. I feel as strongly about this one as I do Dolce & Amalfi. Dolce & Amalfi was an instant love at first sniff for me, and I just fell head over heels, and the same thing happened with Dama Bianca. Oh my gosh, why didn't I get this sooner? This is the perfect spring and summer vanilla. This smells incredible. It is incredibly feminine and just so good. Luckily for me, the kumquat and lime is not too citrusy, but there's definitely some citrusiness, you know, going on in the opening, but it's not overly citrusy to my nose, and it doesn't turn sour on my skin, thank goodness. It's just refreshing and beautiful and so addicting. Now, some people say this is an incredibly powdery fragrance, but for some reason on my skin, it's not overly powdery. So I find it to be a touch powdery, but not over the top. I actually don't mind powdery scents, so that's not something that would bother me anyway, but just keep that in mind. A lot of feedback on Fragrantica, a lot of reviews that I've watched, a lot of people I've heard say this is powdery. Like I said, it doesn't pull powdery on me, but just kind of keep that in mind if you don't like powdery fragrances. On the main accords, powdery is actually the first thing, so just keep that in mind. And then second is vanilla, then citrus, and for me it goes citrus, vanilla, and then maybe a little powdery. You know, it's definitely sweet, but not too sweet. There are some woody notes in here, so there's sandalwood and there's cedar, but for me, those are woody notes that I love. Anytime there's sandalwood and cedar, I feel pretty safe because those seem to be the woody notes for me. Those are notes that don't pull overly woody, like masculine leaning, or just too woody or earthy kind of for my taste. It's not like oud or anything. It's the kind of woody notes that are just kind of soft. They're there, but it's soft, it's gentle. Sandalwood comes across as really creamy a lot of the times, which it does in here. It's just kind of this smooth. I love sandalwood. I love sandalwood. It's just so incredibly beautiful, and the vanilla in here is very present. It's not so sweet and thick like a lot of vanilla fragrances are that you couldn't wear this in hot weather. I don't really have anything else like this in my collection because, like I said, I don't have any other vanillas I feel comfortable wearing when it's hot outside, and where I live it's hot. It's already hot here. It is not spring here, it is summer. South Carolina, it is summertime. People are at the beach, the beaches are full, the pools are full. I mean, people are ready for summer here, and summer has definitely arrived at our doorstep because it's hot. And I still feel comfortable wearing this outside in the heat. So it's not thick and sticky, but there is still a beautiful vanilla, and I just, oh my gosh, I just love it. The performance on this one, I will say, is light. It's not bad. It's not terrible. It's not like Lyra. Like, to me, Lyra disappeared in like an hour. This I do actually smell all day, so the longevity of this fragrance is really good, actually. I could smell it all day long on my clothes. When I wore it, I got up really early in the morning. It was like 5 a.m., sprayed it on, and then when I got off work, I could still smell it on my clothes. However, it's the sillage. The sillage is not overwhelming. The sillage is not an arm's reach. It's barely moderate, you know. You really have to overspray, but I actually was okay with it because I was at work and I didn't want to be projecting. I kind of just wanted something closer. So I only sprayed a couple of sprays, and it was just kind of, for me, you know, only really I could smell it type of situation. But then I wore it again and I kind of oversprayed it on my day off, and when I did that, the sillage was better for sure. But this is definitely a fragrance you have to overspray if you're looking for some kind of sillage. I am happy with the sillage when I overspray it. I am willing to overspray it because the scent of this is incredible, and I'm super happy I took a chance, and I absolutely love it, and I cannot wait to rock this. You know, this one is definitely going to be on my May tray. So that's actually it for today, you guys. Those are the 4 fragrances I just wanted to share with you that I have added into my collection so that I could do my May tray, which is coming very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be a little bit late with it because I know we're already into May, but that will be the next video that I upload. I will tell you about the perfumes for April and my thoughts on the tray for April and how that all went, and then we will pick out 10 new perfumes for the month of May. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!